We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.
We are back. Episode 10 of this season 2, part 2, where we are finishing True Detective season 3. We are starting Succession season 4. And we are drawing the fuck out of season 3, The Leftovers. We're almost done with the show. We're almost finished another season, another successful podcast between the three of us. And yeah, we got something right after we do our normal introductions of what we are doing in season 5. Pretty excited, pretty pumped. Mark, as record date right now, it is middle of November. Mark is in his busiest time. He had poured a dark liquid into a Texas A&M cup, and that dark liquid wasn't Coca-Cola. So, how we doing, Mark? How was your viewing experience?
You know, the viewing experience was good, and I'm glad it was good because this week turned very stressful, honestly, for not work reasons, which made it even more annoying. So, yeah, I'm glad I am very anxious at least to get into definitely Succession and also definitely True Detective. I think I'm very curious to see where we all end up on that, and yeah, we can talk about The Leftovers too. I enjoyed it.
You've seen them before. Matt, how are you? How was your viewing experience?
Doing good. You know, I think some stuff might have happened this week, so I think we should have some good conversation about a couple of these shows at least. Yeah, we wrapped up a whole nother season of True Detective, and it was, I'd say, a little bit better than season 2 at least. But we'll get into the rankings at the end of this episode, and we'll figure out where we land with that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
How about you, Kay? How was your viewing experience?
What a hard hurdle to climb, I'll tell you that much on that show. Again, we said in the last episode, it could literally just be a blank screen for 2 episodes and probably end up better than season 2. No, I'm good. Some will say the show for Succession is downhill from here. We'll talk about that at length. But no, really excited. Can't believe I waited this long to watch the show. Leftovers is the Leftovers at this point. I don't know if it will ever get me back on board. And then True Detective, one story ends, another one begins. So it's kind of like a weird thing, but like I remember this point, 4 episodes ago, where I was just praying for the bitter end of season 2. So I'm kind of sad that season 3 is done because they're even numbers. Who knows? Could be bad on season 4. We'll see. It's only 6 episodes, I think, so we'll see. But like I said, we have been renewed for season 3. And again, I joke about it. It's basically Mark, me, and Matt sit down after a show and be like, you still want to do this? You still want to do this? I still want to do this. We're going to keep doing this. Matt and Mark Hold Cody's Hand Through TV is going to continue on for season 3. A show that we have hinted at for a very long time on the show. We've probably mentioned it multiple times at this point. It's probably the most mentioned show that we haven't done. Honestly, if we're looking back on it, thank God we didn't do it because it would have like Wire, Breaking Bad, and we could have thrown that in there too, and then just been like, where are we going? Who knows? We saved it. And then one show that Mark and Matt have seen, and then the other show is a new one for all of us. Is that still correct?
I only seen the first season, but after that, it's a new show for me. So.
Yeah,
and
so after
season
1,
I have not seen the second show. Also, you and me are going in blind on that one too.
Oh, okay, good.
I thought you saw that.
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay. So, number one show we've all seen. We all have good opinions on and different opinions, and it should be a lot of fun to revisit that.
Oh, yeah.
Second show, me and Mark are in the blind. And the third show, me and Mark are in the blind. So kind of succession will continue. And then Matt, and we're all going to be just adventurous ourselves because after season 1, we don't know what the fuck happened. Matt never walked into a store, popped in the fifth disc of the 7th season and said, let's see what we're going on. So without further ado, same theme song, 3 new shows. Here we go.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
That is right. We are doing Game of Thrones, Justified, and The Americans. 2 FX, 1 Max, I believe. Right?
Yep.
I think I remember seeing Americans. It's funny. All the shows that I used to watch other things in movies, I saw the trailers for all these TV shows and stuff and never watched any of the TV shows. So now I'm revisiting them now in my 30s. No, really excited. Game of Thrones is one of those shows that I watch every year, basically. I saved off of it this year because we had lengthy discussions about doing it. So this is the first year that I probably haven't revisited it, which peek behind the curtain. We'll be starting in January, so we'll just start pretty fresh. And then Justified, it's on top lists of one of the shows that a lot of people really like. Matt likes it a lot, so that was an easy one. And then we gave the ball to Mark to kind of decide. Was this some mashed up thing of Dexter if he could made it work or something, I think. And then Friday Night Lights, I think, was the 3 decided. He came down with the Americans. Really excited. I think the cast looks really good. I think I've seen good things about it. So I don't think we're running into any Oz scenario. So that should be fun. Join us for season 4 when we do Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of these days we need to do something kind of light and funny.
Yeah, we may throw a sitcom in there at some point. Who knows? I don't know how the discussion will be, but like maybe the 10 seasons of The Simpsons will be on one. Who knows? I definitely not doing 30. I'll tell you, not a chance.
You just let me and Mark pick like 40 episodes.
Fine, deal. You show me the 40 best. We will sit through and deep dive them. And we also, again, have talked about off call doing some other, and it's kind of said through episodes, but we're going to do some kind of TV related like one-offs and stuff. We will also be, I think we can say this, January, HBO Max.
As long as they don't change their mind.
As long as they don't push it or anything, the season
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think there's 6 episodes. I think they confirmed 6.
Something like that. Yeah.
We will do it live. We'll do the same thing we did for
Last of Us.
But
with the format we're using now. So
do that and continue to break those down. So again, all 3 of us pretty big Game of Thrones fans of the show. We're pretty excited that that's coming back. House of Dragon comes back, I may just end it all because I hated season 2. So like I don't know if I ever want to revisit that. We will probably put me on that show. But we have some shows to talk about. We have some shows to discuss. We have some things to do. With that being said, we're going to talk about The Leftovers as soon as I switch this to white. You can introduce it, Matt. And
all right, so we're at episode 3 of season 3, Crazy White Fella Thinking. With the clock ticking towards the anniversary of the departure, and emboldened by a vision that is either divine prophecy or utter insanity, Kevin Garvey Sr. wanders the Australian outback in an effort to save the world from the apocalypse.
That he does.
So we're back to just one-off episodes.
But that gave a good opportunity for Scott Glenn to just have like a batshit crazy episode. and I'm sure he had a good time
Honestly,
with
I
that.
wanted to be a little bit more batshit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
He's a little tame for my liking. He is wanted for stealing the tribe, like, what is he in trouble
Yeah,
for?
he
He's in
gets
trouble
caught like
for
stealing like the recordings of the tribe songs and stuff like that. As we kind of see him, he's been kind of wandering, I guess, through Australia and going through all this stuff.
because they believe, or he believes, that a flood is coming.
Yeah,
Because like he had
He's
like a vision like through like what like a
like a
it was
cassette tape or whatever.
it was a cassette tape, but
81 Niagara
wasn't there like an
Falls.
animal involved? Like what animal was it? It wasn't like a monkey, was it? Like a
I don't even remember this part.
monkey or a bird? Because he said like the bird like one animal jumped on him, it hit a tape, and it was
Yeah.
that moment with the thing, and like okay, like well that's perfectly valid thinking right there. I mean, like you're not insane at all. Like,
Yeah.
stopped hearing voices, but there's still a screw loose in there.
Yeah, because Kevin, he's
All-
had this whole mission, and especially in the first season, he's been hearing the voices telling him what to do, and he started listening to them, and it kind of led to, I guess, just putting Kevin Jr. on his journey. But now he's kind of feeling kind of a little left out. That like maybe like, hey, what about me and my journey? I thought I was the main character of this story, and this is like the third or fourth episode. Oh man, what's going on?
And he has to collect like 20 of he's trying to get all the tribes, and he's down to the last one or whatever. He gets arrested for the one because he's doing it, and the police show up, and he's just like dancing out there and singing his song.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
got like
arrest
the
him.
loincloth and the face paint. He's done up well, and he's out there just singing along. He's trying to prevent the flood from happening as only he can.
And then he
so.
finally the lady like says no, I like meets this lady, and then he starts cussing at her and yelling at her, and then she's like, "Give me you're not very nice, bitch." And then he cops calling him because he asks this person's name. He goes to the person's house. The person's like, "Well, no, mine is start the rain," or like keep the rain coming, or something like that.
I was
He's
like, oh yeah, you need to stop the flood. You can start with my roof.
yeah,
I got a dripping thing up there.
the lady from the place like shows up, like, don't trust this man. Like he's like, don't listen to a thing that bitch says. Like, don't listen to her. And then he falls off the roof and lands on the guy. He's injured.
You know
in
it's
the
bad when the
hospital.
ambulance driver stops to kick you out of the ambulance and throw you a couple crutches.
He keeps yelling at the guy, "Tell me the song before they go. They won't believe me."
Tell him we
asking
had a
me,
deal.
don't-
Tell him we had an agreement.
Then what happens to him that he falls asleep for like
Oh no, it's good. Like some guy like asks him if he wants to talk to God or something. He's like, "Fuck yeah, I want to talk to God," and he gives him some drugs or something, and then he goes on a trip and he's out for like 2 weeks or something like that.
yeah, he's like, how long have I been out? 3 weeks. He's like,
Give me
3
the chicken.
weeks.
That's what it was. It was a chicken. The chicken like poked the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
let
then-
that be lessons, kids. Don't take drugs from strangers.
Well, then he wakes up and that lady sitting there, the one that drowned the one Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
because they found a piece of the book of Kevin, and she's like, I know I sound crazy, I do all this, and like he looks at her and goes, no, I just think you just got the wrong Kevin. And like that set like a
Yeah,
but then he's like go ahead.
Yeah, we missed a couple of presses there because he's like wandering the outback. He like runs into a guy who's pouring gasoline all over his car, and then himself saying like
right.
they wouldn't let me go because I said I wouldn't kill a baby, and then he just lights himself on fire.
Oh my god, yeah. I thought he
ordeal.
wakes up and the lady's next to him. Is that
No,
not what
because
happened?
he gets bit by a snake. shortly after that, and then he passes out from that. Yeah.
Oh,
After he
Sure.
fails to kill the snake, and he's trying to tell the snake that don't worry, like you're giving your life for a greater purpose, and the snake just bites it.
And much to my wife's disappointment, the snake did not kill him.
He just beats the fuck out of it and then just like sits there is like, what were you hitting, buddy? Yeah.
Yeah, so this lady, she takes and he wakes up at her house and he starts going through her house too. He starts going through her kitchen and stuff, ends up finding like a photo album in her freezer or something, just starts going through all her stuff and everything.
I mean, it sounds about right.
I mean, who doesn't do that when they end up at a friend's house and they're alone in their house for some reason?
Say, if you're hungry, you're going to go through everyone's stuff. Yeah. He didn't put the photo album in the freezer. That's not his fault.
Yeah, I don't see the issue here, guys. So seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, because I mean, we've heard some pretty crazy departure stories, but this lady, she's got one that kind of takes the cake. Where she's like traveling and she comes home and like her whole family's gone, her husband and I think it was like 2 or 3 kids or something like that are all gone. So of course she thinks they all departed and she's dealing with that. And then like a few weeks later or something, they find like her children's bodies like somewhere further down the property because I guess apparently the father did depart. And then the little kids were freaked out because they were all alone and they were wandering and just like died of exposure out in the outback. So that's craziness.
Listen, this show is not doing a very good selling point of Australia. I just want that on the record. Like, Jake and Michael and Kelly, I bet it's a great time. I'm having my doubts. I'm just having my doubts on all of it.
I thought they were just watching Kangaroo Jack all the time out there.
Yeah, me too.
It's a grand old time.
Fucking misleading as fuck there. I'll tell you that.
I've seen the giant spiders. I've already made up my mind about Australia.
Yeah.
Never going over there. Yeah.
I'm good.
People don't rule that country. The insects rule the country. Like the
People have
insects
to, like,
You can get in a fist fight with a kangaroo down there.
When people have to spray underneath their door handles just in case something is underneath their door handle is fucking wild.
But yeah, we do also get a cameo from Matt in this episode because he calls Matt for like help. I guess Matt sent him a copy of the book of Kevin, which he's upset that he's not in the book.
What? Hey. We talked. How long ago was that? That was 3 weeks ago. Okay. I need you to send me the book. Oh, I threw it away. Yeah, so I need you to do this. You threw it away. Yeah, we're past that. We're just past that. Move on.
And this is Matt, who we've had a whole bunch of shit happen to him. He never gets mad at anybody. He gets pissed off at Kevin Sr. for throwing his book
Kevin keeps talking, and then all of a sudden he's like, you threw it away. Yeah, stop. Why wouldn't I? Oh God!
And this lady, she found like a sheet of the book. That's why they drowned like the Kevin guy in the previous episode, because she latched onto the story. And of course, like Cody said, it's like, oh no, you're right. You got the wrong Kevin. So.
But guess what? Somebody is currently inbound to Australia, so might be the Kevin you're looking for.
Yes, I mean, overall, I didn't hate this episode. I going into this, I remember this was maybe one of the episodes of the season I didn't love, but I had fun with it. It's pretty much just all this horrible shit just keep happening to him over and over and over, and seeing him kind of constantly dealing with it.
I think it just falls to the point where I like Kevin Sr.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm okay with just following him. It's just when you put it into the bigger picture of everything, then that's when I just have questions of like, do I care where this is going?
He's trying to stop the Great Flood, Cody.
Yeah, but I just don't believe that shit. But maybe I don't see like when you think about stuff, it's just like you think you have like a map of like where you think a show can end.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have a fucking clue. I just really don't.
Oh
The
yeah.
only thing I keep falling back to is Kevin wakes up from like in his bed, and this is all just a giant dream. I think that would piss off fans. For me, I'd be like, "Fucking makes total fucking sense, buddy. Like total sense." Like, so I don't know. But overall, I didn't hate the episode. Not, just not what I will remember very much after this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, I'd say, one of the closest things to like kind of like one of those standalone episodes.
I just think
that
this
they
is
have
the
this
problem
season.
with leftovers. Like when leftovers have great episodes, they have absolute fantastic episodes. But majority of the episodes are just like throwaways. Like I don't like. There are episodes from Happened with True Detective season 2 that I probably remember more from than some of the leftover episodes.
Hmm.
Maybe because I was more pissed off while watching that, and I was just so angry at my screen, like I don't give a fuck about this. But like this is like leftovers. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I guess that moment. Oh yeah, that did. Okay? They did explain it. I don't fucking know. I just Mark.
I mean, first of all, I give it about 6 months, and then True Detective season 2 would just be a show that you watched, you don't remember anything, you just know you didn't like it, and like you're just gonna go on with your life about that.
Oh,
Like,
You
I
could be
won't
like
argue
Mark,
on
like
that
maybe
one.
I need to give it a second chance and watch it again.
No, wrong guy. Wrong guy.
no,
If
like
that happens, this is the end of TV Chronicles. I'll tell you right now.
well, you don't think we're gonna do like a revisit type season where like, oh, let's rewatch some of these shows? Like we decided True Detective.
Let me tell you, there's a lot we can do. That's not one.
Maybe when we get to like season 30 or something like that, and we start running out of shows, we got to start playing some
You'll
stuff
give
back.
me once we do fucking like Doctor Who and shit. Then maybe we'll
Oh,
talk about
God.
when we're going back there. I want to talk about me going off the deep end. Watch that.
Oh man.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right. So episode 4, Good Day, Milbourne.
Goodbye.
Kevin and Nora travel to Australia, where she continues to track down the masterminds of an elaborate con, while he catches a glimpse of an unexpected face from the past, forcing him to confront the traumatic events of 3 years earlier. Yeah, so like Cody said, we got some people inbound to Australia. We got Kevin and Nora heading down there, as we saw at the end of last week's second episode. Yeah, so it starts out, I think, pretty good at the airport, where Nora's just acting all suspicious, just like trying to get through the security as quick as she can, leaving Kevin behind. And he like confronts her in the bathroom.
That's a very legit question to ask. If you can only carry $10,000 as a person and she's carrying 20, why didn't you just give me $10,000?
Yeah, that's crazy that she didn't even think about that. But that maybe shows you where their relationship's at right now.
Shows her where her headspace is at. Also,
Yeah,
she gives off the vibe she's very much planning on using the device and just not telling Kevin that.
Well, I think there's also this thing. I think I finally figured out. It took me 3 seasons. When Nora is featured heavily in an episode, chances are the episode is a lot better than any other characters featured heavily.
All right.
Like, again, we have this discussion every time we've done Leftovers so far. She's the best part of this show for me. Like, I just think she's the emotional anchor. I think she's also probably, which is weird, she hasn't really worked that much. She's probably the best actress in this show. Like, her emotional range from start to finish, like her panic to worried to over happy, like she has so many different levels. But when she is featured heavily, the show ticks up. It just does for me, because I'm emotionally invested in her story. Because everybody else's story is so flimsy and so like mystical, like in aspects, if that makes sense. Like Kevin's is always in like a dream state. Where is he going? We haven't even seen his daughter in fucking years. I don't even know if she exists anymore. But like his wife was a part of the Guilty Remnant. Matt has his own little like. There's no like structure. She's the one that has structure and like holds the show. So like this whole getting Kevin to go to Australia with her for the plan that she may possibly go to the other side and not tell him and then have to carry that arc with it is just so interesting. Like I was fascinated by it. Like I think it's such an interesting development.
And of course, she keeps saying that she just wants to expose the con artists and stuff. But I think she's even just lying to herself that she really ultimately she wants to see her kids and stuff again.
If there is 10% of truth out there, she's willing to probably take that risk, which is proven.
Oh yeah.
Because like I think the main crux of this episode is twofold. Kevin's psycho trip again. He is clearly still unwell. Going to defeat Patty did not set him free.
I mean, he was already in such a good place at the beginning.
Yeah, the whole Patty thing, that was more of a Band-Aid on his issues.
Yeah, so it's like instructed, and then her trying to hunt down and like figure out if this thing is real. I think Kevin's is confusing, but like also interesting. I swear we got into a fucking hotel and that TV clicked on, and I was like, "Fucking, don't you fucking do it! Don't you you're not allowed to go back. You're just not." And then what's her name?
Evie, yeah.
Evie stares through the screen at him at this like talk show of Good Day Melbourne.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Why the fuck are you here?" He's just like screaming at the TV. And like, what? He hunts her down, right? No, or
he tracks her down and like sees her like running away from the area, and he like chases after her and confronts her. And of course, she's acting like, "Oh no, I'm not Evie. You're crazy." This thing ends up taking a picture of her, and then
gets her name, calls
ex-wife, Lori,
who is now working with John.
Yeah.
That is doing the hug scam.
Yeah.
Still.
Sends her the picture, and she's like, "Okay, get back to the hotel, get with Nora, and we'll sort all this out."
But definitely don't try to talk to her again.
And I mean, so Cody, at this point, do you think that he saw Evie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, Lori's just telling him, "Hey, you just stay at the hotel, be calm. We'll figure this all out."
As soon as he called Lori and said, Lori's like, "Don't confront her," I'm like, oh, then maybe she's not fucking there. Maybe he's seeing shit again. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like she makes it clear, like you don't tell somebody when they're having a psychotic episode, like you don't. That stuff. And he ends up like, well, he also tells her to like go to like the store, like go, like she works at a library, like
it's kind of do her thing to like look up information about people, like she does when John's like doing the handprint thing for him, and she tracks it down.
gives her. Don't go for her, but by the way, she works at this fucking library. Got it. So of course he's going to go to the fucking library.
Yeah. And then he doesn't get to confront her, and she says, "Yeah, okay, I am Evie, but please don't tell anybody that you saw me. I'm just trying to live a normal life down here."
And that's not hitting well with John at all. Like,
Kevin's like, "No, you can't do this. We need to get you back home and stuff. John's my best friend. I gotta tell him that I saw you."
And why are you still using that accent?
And then says, "Well, I was told to say this. Like, agree that I'm her."
That lady said you were crazy, so I was willing to play ball. So
and then he fucking loses, and he calls the Lord like, "Look at that picture again." Like he's like, you tell me this stuff. Why did you tell her to do this? And then like, listen, what if I tell you that John's like doing this? Do you think John's gonna stay with you doing all this stuff? And then goes, look at that picture again, John. I'm like, Kevin, just look at that picture again. And looks at the picture. It's not easy at all. Like at all. And it comes crashing down around him
Oh,
again.
yeah.
He's like, oh God, something's wrong. Meanwhile,
And he's kind of a
Nora,
dick too, because he throws John
yeah,
under the bus about, oh yeah, ask John about the book that he's writing about me.
yeah, which she doesn't know about.
Yeah.
And then why that is, Nora's going to visit the place.
Yeah, she's told to go to a bus stop and get on the bus. And some lady comes up to her with a baby. They're like, hey, I got a job interview. Can you hold my baby for a couple of minutes? As the bus is pulling up, pretty much.
That's fucking weird. I mean that happens to you guys like once a week, right? Like just like
Oh yeah, Cody and I, we have very
Hey.
trusting faces that people just hand us babies all the time.
Yeah, 2025 babies get handed off all the time. I'm like, you have kids, right? Hold this child. I'm like, nah, what? No. Nora's like, I gotta take this fucking bus. Like, sure, I'll hold the fucking baby. I do love it. She's like, hey, have you ever reviewed the? She goes, the bus says, wait. She walks back. She hands the baby. This is discrimination. Like, discrimination is illegal. Like, hands the baby and hands off.
I'm sure
And
she
then
gets
gets
that job.
gets on the bus, goes and sees these ladies, which I think is a really cool scene overall. Because it's like they're interviewing her, which she's the interviewer normally. So she's like playing this card, and she's like, I think she's still skeptic, but she's hoping that there's an answer.
And one of the ladies doesn't think that she's serious about it from the get go, and she thinks that they're all wasting their time.
Well, we think like you're gonna just back out of the thing, and like you're not gonna take. What the fuck does that mean? Like anger just like doesn't sit well, and then she answered her question. She answers something that doesn't sit right with them. Right?
Well, because she gets asked the same question that the guy from the last episode apparently got asked about if there's a set of twins and one of them's going to grow up to cure cancer. If you allow one of them to be killed now, would you let the baby get killed? And I guess the other guy said no and ends up setting himself on fire. And of course, Nora, she's rational, so then she kind of thinks it through, and she says sure. And that's kind of, I guess that wasn't the right answer either, because at that point they kind of say, "Oh,
she also
this isn't for you."
what was the metric to that
also-
question?
Well, she also like said she thinks like, oh, was that the game? Like you dropping that baby off at me at the bus stop? Was this all you? Like, was this? She's skeptic about the whole thing.
Because at one point
Basically-
too, they make her like get in like a box for like 10 minutes. Because like, hey, this would just kind of reenact kind of what you would go through. We want to make sure you're not going to freak out when we put you in a small box. So
And then So overall, and then they just tell her no, can't do it, can't do the can't
and
do it.
we're all
and
of a
then
sudden she was just like there to. She was telling everyone and herself that she was just there to bust these people, but now she's upset that they don't want to let her do it. She's like, "Oh, this is part of your thing, huh? You want me to beg you to give you my money and stuff, so you can get more money out of me and stuff." So she's kind of flipping out on them as they just kind of leave, and they pretty much say, "Hey, this isn't for you. We're sorry," and then they're gone. So
yeah, she definitely reacted like somebody that was willing to be sucked into space. If like that was probably where they were going to go. Which that was funny is that the other scientist is like, yeah, there's a chance like they're all just like just in space or whatever. Like that's where they disappeared to like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so and like I said, so neither one of them are having a great day, and like John or Kevin, Lori pretty much just told him, "I think you pretty much just want to escape your life again." So he's like, "No, I got a perfect life and all that stuff." So he's not having a good day. They both go back to the hotel and meet up again, and
that fight has such a good beginning to where she's like, hey. like, what? You can tell me anything. He's like, no, I can't. The last time I told you everything, you fucking left me.
Last time I told you, I woke up
you.
handcuffed to the bed and you were gone.
That was well, yes, that was after you told me you were seeing a dead person. Oh God, again? Like, just I lost it.
And
Gosh,
then
why doesn't she work more? She's so
oh,
good.
she's so great, yeah. And then of course, Kevin accuses her of wanting to go and be with the family. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're not even like going after them. You really wanted to go. It's like you want to be with your family. Fine, go be with them." And it's like, oh, it's a rough fight. And then I think he ends up like lighting the book on fire because she keeps picking on him about that. And then we just smoke detectors start going off. He leaves. And then with the sprinklers start going, and she's just sitting there on the bed with the water just going down her face. Oh, such a great shot.
And one of the more improbable things that happen, Kevin goes outside the hotel and guess who's waiting there for him? Dear old daddy. He's like, hey, we saw you
He
on
saw him
Good
on
Day
the TV. His dad's a former police officer. He was able to track him down. Just got to call a couple hotels.
Oh, Daddy, I missed you. Thank God you're here.
And just the perfect timing. Kevin Sr.'s like, well, you're not alone anymore, son. Come with us. As Kevin gets in the car with Dad and the lady. So the adventure continues.
Hey, you know that trick you do? You know that trick you do when you drowned? We're going to need you to try it again. Yeah, but overall, shows at its best when it's Kevin and Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Shows kind of indifferent when it's not. So, is my Wi-Fi breaking up, or is that you guys?
You did kind of freeze up a little bit before you got off, but you seem to be good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Good enough.
Oh, all right. Anybody else have anything before we move on to True Detective?
No. Yeah, we did.
All right, so that brings us to episode 7 of season 3, True Detective: The Final Country. In 1990, following an apparent suicide, the Purcell case is deemed solved, but Wayne and Roland have other ideas which lead them to a defining course of action. So, Scoop McNairy, he's dead apparently. At the end of the last episode, he found a pink room in a basement. The guy was sneaking up behind him, and now he's dead. Apparently, he killed himself.
Gone.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, whatever he saw must have been really crazy if he just decided to kill himself. No mysterious circumstances there whatsoever.
Did it kind of bother you guys that we didn't get to see that they just they found the body?
I want to say this with, how do I put this? With the tie-ins to season 1 and stuff that they threw at us, all those little things.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with this is they still, where I think this show is going, where I think we're like getting to a point, it just is the end of a sparkler. It's fading out. Like, it just doesn't live up to the expectations of the stuff they lay before you in 6 episodes.
Yeah.
For him, girl to be found, still alive. Guy's dealing with memory loss. Did something horrible to his detective partner. Don't know what, but can't remember it. Dad stumbles upon the pink room in this room that the detectives can't fucking find, but he finds. A guy walks up behind him. Dies, but no climactic, like, reveal.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the show is, and it happens in back-to-back episodes for me, and it basically happens in the first season. First season just so strong, so it doesn't have a problem. Now that I've seen 2 and you're giving me the watered down version of season 1, the problem I have is most of the shit you're telling me is done in exposition.
Yeah.
It's not done in stories. Like, and that's fine. It's just not what I want. It's like, oh, he dies. Well, great. Could I have seen him die? What more could I have done? What more would you have told me about this show if I saw the bullet go through his head?
Yeah.
Because what if you end last episode with the guy walking up behind him and firing the shot?
Mm.
I get the same, whoa. Maybe it's a character we've seen before. Like something adds the allure. Instead, it goes dark. We click next episode. We find out he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
We assume he's going to be dead. That's
Yeah.
obvious. That's
Yeah.
clear. He stumbled onto something that he's not supposed to see. Fair. But why waste dialogue on it instead of action? It just seems lazy to me at that point, and I'm confused.
It's like, I
Because
guess
I'm like,
maybe they're trying to
okay.
say it's from like the point of view of the detectives, and but then they're showing us the father going on his own investigation. So then they should show it a little bit from there. So yeah, I don't know.
Because
It's kind
was
of
it necessary for him to find the house if that's his end result? But then you just to tell me he found the house. Like, if the rooms were flipped, if he walks in and we see him just looking at the walls, just that,
mm-hmm.
and then the guy walks up behind him, we don't see the guy, we just see him fire the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Like maybe, I don't know. Because but this isn't just this problem. This is an overarching problem that happens for the rest of the 2 episodes.
Yeah.
The problem is I like the show. So at this point, it's nitpick of how they decide to do their storytelling, which bothers me.
The wrap up
Because,
is
like,
definitely a little anticlimactic for these last 2 episodes.
and where it was building, it doesn't seem like we're. It seemed like same thing happened in episode 6 of True Detective season 1, right?
Mhm.
We're all loading the train. We're all going. Is it Cole? Is it something else? Is who else? Episode 7, I think, is when we find like the hillbilly in the woods, and you're like, we see him farming or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck you leave me on Cole's path? It's clearly not Cole. It was just no. This is the same thing. Oh, what did you do to his part? It gives you just see episode 6. It gives you so many questions about what this happens. 80s, 90s, present day. Some shit has went down and we missed it. Now we'll tell you here, we'll tell you here, we'll tell you here, we'll tell you here, but won't show you fucking jack shit about it. And that's what bugs me. It just bugs me.
Because I think they do a good job as far as the Wayne and Roland's their relationship and seeing how it goes in the 3 different time periods and stuff. I think it's just how they wrap up the case. I feel like maybe they could have done that a little bit differently or better or something like that.
Oh
But
my
I think they do a good
gosh,
job with the characters. But yeah.
They should have done the wrap up. Should have been of the case. The case is a wet fart. It is an absolute nothing burger at the end of the day. Like, it sucks. It's not fun. It's miserable to know the truth is out there. I know we're jumping to basically episode 8, but like it's a non-factor. It's a non-factor.
Yeah.
Mark, go ahead. Oh, you said something. Are you agreeing with this? Disagreeing? Like, what do you think? Like, I'm curious because you've seen the show.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. It doesn't bother me, honestly. I kind of like the in the dark feel that the audience is put into, like, because like the story is purposefully not telling you things so that you kind of try to put it together yourself, but it's also kind of putting you in the same position where the characters are at, where they aren't 100% sure what they're looking at. Like, I don't know, like, as far as like how like you tell a mystery story, I kind of like that aspect. It does like because whenever I see like Scoot McNairy there, like I'm kind of I don't know, I don't need to see how it happened. Like I know what happened, like it's fine. I mean,
and even the detectives themselves have a pretty good idea what may have happened. At least Wayne suspects what happened to him.
Yeah, and like as far as like, I mean, one like the night, at least how the '90s story, because like the '90s story is, there are some elements of the '80s story I kind of like, honestly, the elements of the '80s story that we get near the end. The '90s story I think is interesting because where we're at, like by episode 7, like they more or less figured out what happened. They don't have all the specifics, but they know what happened. They know that, okay, the cousin and the mother made a deal, probably with this family, and this cop, like Harris James, he helped out. He knows something. We got to figure out what he knows, and she escaped for something. Like they piece together what it is, and it's the only reason why they didn't pull it out is because they accidentally killed a guy.
Yeah. Which that's I love the whole them taking Harris, them pulling him over and taking him to their little interrogation barn and having their little interrogation. And of course, he does a good job. He's not really giving anything up, and he tricks Wayne into uncuffing him and forces Roland to shoot him when he attacks Wayne. So that's kind of we figure out why Roland and Wayne have their kind of falling out is
Roland didn't even want to do it.
Oh yeah,
like
Wayne guilted him and into using the dad's death. It's like, oh, you just let him down.
Like, no, man, let's just take the evidence that we have. At least it's in the record, and the higher ups look like the bad guys and not us.
Yeah.
So, and like, let's just do that. But no, like, fucking Wayne has to just see this thing through. And of course, like, it leads into just that awesome scene where they're like burying the body just out in the woods.
That's always a good time to have a fight with your buddy while you're burying a body in the woods. And of course, I think a lot of that too is from Wayne kind of in the 80s where he just kind of walked away from it. And then, so that's kind of driving him in the 90s, kind of forcing him to want to kind of see it through this time. But yeah, that doesn't go so well for them.
I'm sorry, I'm just pissed off that Mark said he's okay with horrible exposition. So it's fine. I understand, but the problem about a mystery is no good mystery is ever just said by when on an acting thing. I don't need an audiobook. I need visuals. You're showing me a visual medium. Give me something to know. I know why he died. That makes sense. But like, actually, why did he die?
Yeah.
No one found the pink room in the 90s at all. Like no one was able to how did he discover it so easily and no one else be able to discover it?
That, I mean, he had that, and the cousin, I think, at least told him enough to where he probably could have pieced together the stuff that like Roland and Wayne both knew by that point.
And of course, Roland and Wayne already kind of pissed him off. So otherwise, maybe he would have gone to them and say, "Hey, I think I figured some stuff out." But no, he's going to go off and do it on his own. Which kids, if you're ever investigating a murder or disappearance or something, and you're not a cop, I'm not going to tell you to go to the cops. Maybe just at least let somebody know where you're going or something.
It's the 127 hours rule, just leave a note.
Yeah. Not a type.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you. Tell the cops. You ain't Batman. To quote the Dark Knight, I'm not wearing hockey pads, okay? Like, buddy, you ain't nothing special. Regardless if you think cops have the right training or not, they have more than you. So just tell them.
What else is this episode? The season 1 does get a nice shout out at the when the true crime lady does bring it up, and they shows a nice little news article of like, hey, everyone remember season 1 and how much you love that.
Do love that because like Wayne does have that.
I
Wayne
thought
does
they were
have that
trying to
mo-
connect them and say that they were part of the same family or something. I was like, I would be like, oh, don't you do that.
Wayne is
My
sitting there
F
going like, man, this bitch doesn't know anything either. Like, god damn it, wasted my fucking time.
if you truly believe there is an FBI agent or somebody like watching your screens that you watch, they saw a visible Logan Roy impression from my couch when that thing happened. I was like, oh, fuck off. No, we're not doing this. Like, we can do a lot of things. We're not. I was like, you can't ride this close to the vest the entire time of being season one and then reference season one. You can't do that. I was so
Wayne
mad.
agreed
I
with
was so mad.
me. Wayne is like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. That definitely couldn't happen. Even though he can't remember half the case, he knows like, yeah, they weren't in like some child molestation ring. That didn't
Oh yeah.
What? So is it this episode where we find out what he did to his partner?
Yeah.
No, that's
They interrogate the guy and they end up shooting him and killing him and burying him out in the woods, and that's kind of their 90s breakup.
yeah. Mark said what he did is real bad. I disagree.
You made him kill a guy. What are you talking about?
True, but they were beating up people before. And Wayne even said at one point when that one guy was in the back of his truck when they beat up the first sex offender. Remember that guy? And he's like, "We could just kill him right now, put him in a hole, no one will find him." Wayne offered it earlier. You can't be mad when it's a part of your go-to. And the guy grabbed his gun. What was he supposed to do?
He didn't want
grabbed
to
his
go out
gun.
in the first
See,
place, and he made him kill a guy.
Wayne played on his emotions and took advantage of him and made him go out there.
By the way, I know it's next episode. It wasn't even the right eye guy. The one that I mistake both actors for, it wasn't even the correct eye. Like, I am so bad, man. You guys, I'm probably going to edit that shit out. No, I'm just kidding. Wasn't the right eye. I looked at that
I
like,
didn't even notice your eye.
how? I said I couldn't be. I
Those
watched.
are clearly two different people.
And you know what? You know what? Mark's a good friend. Matt's a bad friend. I went back and watched that. I brought that up. Mark's like, no. And then Matt's like, whoa, racist alert. Racist alert. If that man had a spotlight, he would have shined it on my face and be like, you being racist, sir? He fucked me bad. So I just want that on the record.
But then, so Cody, if your wife catches you out in the backyard burning your clothes in the middle of the night, do you think there's going to be a fight after that? Like, I can't tell you why I'm doing this.
He's an officer of the law. He does some mysterious things.
Yeah, I'm sure cops are burning their clothes in the middle.
If her football and movie obsessed husband is outside his home in the suburbs of where I live, burning clothes, something has terribly went wrong. That she wouldn't even know what to do with her. I had a Kevin moment. I went sleepwalking and I killed somebody. If that murder didn't take place in my office in front of my TV, I didn't kill nobody. Promise you that.
You come talk to us. We'll help you out. we'll come help you bury him.
Not you. Not you. You tell me if the fucking Mark might have my back. You tell me if the officer of the law comes to Mark's house. You seen this guy? I don't know. Not really. Not since we were on call. Matt goes, he's fucking in the basement right now. You can go grab him. But yeah, overall, like they end up killing that guy, burning his clothes. There's still some investigating work, but really just leads to really nothing.
Well, that's not true. It leads to a phone call, a mysterious phone call at the end of the episode.
Yeah, Yondu is outside the door. Like, who gives a fuck?
Then we just gets into the car with the guy, and that's our cliffhanger. I'm
His
sure that'll
wife-
lead to something meaningful.
His wife is beyond fucking understanding. She is the most understanding woman that's ever existed.
You're in the
honey,
middle of a
there
fight
are
and someone
two
calls
black
and you're gone.
cars. Because what was that, 90? That was in the 90s?
Yeah.
Two black vehicles pull up and you just hop in the vehicle? I don't buy it.
So, you guys saved me from fighting with my wife. Thank you.
Oh. Ooh. I was just doing my job. Your job's investigate. Well, there's good sides of my job and there's bad sides, and that one was a bad side of my job.
Oh gosh.
How can we go back to what we just had, like normal after this? Why would you be outside burning your clothes in the middle of the night?
There are some things about my job I can't tell you.
Yeah. So yeah, fine episode. Just again, and it continues in this one. I want more, and I don't get more.
So I guess that takes us to episode 8, season finale. Now am found. Wayne struggles to hold on to his memories and his grip on reality as the truth behind the personal case is finally revealed.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we get a nice conversation with Wayne and Michael Rooker in the woods, kind of, telling him to kind of, I know. The Harris guy, he had a GPS in his beeper, and maybe we should turn that on. see where it leads us.
Yeah, we investigated him. Like, yeah, I gave him some questions. Now, weird thing is, when you got out of when he left, your troll car followed you. Oh no, just had a few more questions for him. Let's just say we go for a walk here. Are we gonna need a shovel? And it's just like such like a motherfucker. I have you caught 7 ways from Sunday. I don't know what this is.
And then I feel like they had to bring in somebody of like Michael Rooker's caliber to like make this scene work to where you actually feel like Wayne is kind of like in danger, or like this is where like you need to shut up and like forget everything. Because like even Wayne kind of like back talks him a little bit. It's like, do you want me to feel threatened right now? And Wayne kind of has some second thoughts about that. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what kind of ends his like pursuit of this whole thing in the 90s. Then of course Roland kind of isn't talking to him anymore. So that kind of puts an end to the 90s there.
Well, the 90s was also his wife writes that article, right?
No,
that's it. Yeah, she writes the article, and that's what gets him.
So that's why they won't hire him in the 90s, because the 80s is so.
Which is kind of what I honestly I love about this episode is that because I would have thought that a lot of different things would have been the reason why he ended up getting screwed. Where the real reason he got screwed is because he refused to recant
throw her
whatever
under the bus. Yeah. And then when they went see, he's off pretty much working as a secretary for the next 10 years with the other ladies in the whatever pool it is he's working in.
And we get that really sad scene between him and Roland when Roland's like, I don't know when I'm ever going to see you, man. No, you're going to see me all the time, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're gonna grab a drink, go to a game from time to time. Cut to 10 years later, they probably haven't talked once.
And then we see them where the dad, we finally see the old guys go to where the dad was basically taken care of in the building. They find the house, the school, whatever it is. They find the spot.
Yeah. Is that before or after? That's before they talk to the one guy, right? Yeah. They find the house.
Because I think that I think we skipped over that in 7 where they got the plate of that car that was outside of the house.
There was really a car following him. They get the plate.
Oh yeah, because his wife also sits down with that lady and gets the picture that outside the house where they were staying. But yeah, they find out. I do love it. They're like, "What if somebody catches us? We're old and confused. We'll be fine. Like, just go with it."
Oh.
And they walk into the pink room and look around and be like, "Oh my god,
Like
this
it
is
was here the whole time.
It's here ever."
Yeah.
Um,
And that's when they go and they end up tracking down the Watts guy, who he kind of gives them the whole story about what happened.
Mhm.
Which I guess, yeah. It's about a lady who like lost her kid and saw another kid. Is like, hey, I want that kid. I'm
And
rich.
they
I have
gave
money.
her-
I'd buy that kid.
and they bought the kid and they were giving her medicine, so that's why she remembers none of her future. That's why the phone call came in where she said that isn't her dad, because she didn't truly remember her father at that point. She was just told stories, so basically that just gave. So all the mystery and stuff got sucked out like a hot air fucking balloon, like just gone. Like, okay, cool. So this really didn't fucking matter at all. But found out years just went past for too long, and they end up giving.
And
Because
really,
they
nobody's getting caught or anything because the lady, she killed herself. The
lady killed
Harris,
herself.
they accidentally killed him, kind of. So they took him out in the
girl,
90s.
the girl died.
No,
Because
not the
like
girl.
isn't the young girl dead?
No. Because
Wait,
that's who he goes to see at the end of the episode.
You didn't.
Oh no! They go to the mom's grave, right?
Well, no, they go.
You go-
They put a grave there because they didn't
Yeah.
want anyone like looking for her.
Yeah.
So the place where she ran off to, they wanted to protect her.
Yeah, the
And
nuns
that's
were
why-
covering up for her.
Yeah, they acted like she
What?
died and gave her like a new identity.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. And like I said,
They
this
didn't
guy,
explain it very well,
they
all the
tell
exposition,
him-
but they didn't tell me.
they're not cops anymore. So if he doesn't want to live with it anymore, take care of it himself. And yeah, so I guess they're satisfied. They have their answer. They can rest. I mean, Wayne's probably going to forget it. He needs to like tattoo it onto himself or something that he figured out the case.
I mean, Roland's gonna be staying with him, so
yeah. Roland's good. They're going to hang out. That is the one thing that
he's gonna have a few memento moments where he's like, "Man, we gotta figure out. We already figured out the case, man. Like, it's all right."
because he figures out where the girl is and he goes off to see her and he doesn't call Roland. It's like, hey, I figured out where the girl is. You want to come with me and we'll go see her? Then they ends up going to see her and forgets why he's even there.
Yeah, that was trippy. Yeah. I don't know why I thought that. I just
Yeah.
remember them talking at the grave
Yeah.
and saying, "Sorry, we didn't find out sooner."
Yeah.
But then, found her, stumbles, and he keeps giving a look, but he doesn't truly like know at that point like what's wrong. But then calls her, "I don't know where I'm at." But yeah, for kind of get conclusion of the story, but like, yeah, it's kind of crazy how it all worked out. Again, there's just no real mystery at the end. Like, it was kind of just like, yeah, she got taken from her daughter, but like, no one pays the price, basically.
I mean,
They kind of paid for it in their own ways, I guess. No one's brought to justice for it.
Paid the price. I mean, a lot of people
Who paid
died.
for it? Who paid?
Well, I mean, the Harris
Not the
guy
people
gets
that were
killed.
responsible for it.
The one lady killed herself.
The mom killed herself.
Yeah.
Killed herself.
The dad
Yeah.
dead because he tried to
Dead.
find her, but was blamed for
The
it.
cousin,
But
I think the
people
cousin,
that took the
the
kid,
security
the people that
killed.
took the
Yeah,
kid,
yeah. So pretty much
The what?
everyone's dead. It's
Yeah,
just
and also Hoyt, it was old
not
already.
the people responsible for the kid being missing, all the people that are circumstances of the kid missing.
And they never cleared a trash man's name, did they? So
No.
he's still down in
Oh,
the
yeah, they
record
did.
books. Did they? Okay.
I don't think they
Okay.
did.
Yeah, they did because they said because they point out in that episode before, like, we found this suicide note with him, so we're gonna uplift the.
Oh, so then they just pinned it all on the dad. So
Yeah.
now it's all the. So now
Yeah.
the whole
Pinned on the
thing's
dad,
pinned
the
onto
dad
the
died.
dad.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying the corrupt cops that basically planted everything. Nothing happens to them.
No, that was the Harris guy that they interviewed.
Harris was the only guy, like,
they interrogated and
he was
killed.
the only corrupt guy who was on it. Like, the higher ups were just trying to push the case forward
I mean,
because
Michael
it was
They were
Rooker did.
fucked up too. They don't
It was
know what due
basically-
process is.
It was basically just The Wire. Like they just kind of wanted to be done with the case and just move it along because they didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
That's bad detective work.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's not like they had anything to do with her disappearance.
they were just bad cops.
Like they weren't
All
in
I'm
on
saying,
it.
for her to be alive and him not to remember shit is a very anticlimactic win.
Well, that's the thing though. Like he may find that out at some point because his son does pocket the address. Like he's probably going to look into it later.
He'll
We don't
probably
know
pull
for
it up
certain
to
if
see
he
why
is, but
his
he might.
dad went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed Roland's
But
going to
do we get to know
they'll probably
that?
get to the.
Right.
I mean,
That's
What-
your problem, Mark.
here's what here's the thing. This is the thing I think is funny. Is that we went through several episodes of The Wire. It's like, I don't know. Like they finished it. Like this is kind of the same way. They answered every question. We know the whole story.
Right.
And at the end of the day, pretty much every character gets some sort of closure. And
But
like
here's my problem. The fruit wasn't worth the squeeze. The overall arcing 8 episodes isn't worth the story to really tell. That's my biggest problem with the show. Like, I don't think it's a bad. I think acted or even written way better than last season. But the overall arcing story, they make it bigger than it ever truly is.
And-
they make you buy in so long to just pull the rug at the end. Oh, you're not my father. Oh, it's this weird, like, are all these cops in on this? Are they all like taking this children? Like, what happened? There's no investigation. He's losing his memory. What's that going to entail? What did he do to his partner? All that stuff really just is a bunch of firecrackers at the end. Like, I'm waiting for a massive explosion. There just isn't one. That's fine. But don't sell me on 6 episodes of, oh my God, music builds, guys behind him. What the fuck? What are we doing? Why
But I
was
mean,
this?
to be- I
Why was
think
this
that's
the
kind
story
of
we
the
told?
show because the first season was
That's what
kind
I'm
of the
thinking.
same thing.
That's what I'm kind of grabbing. Like, hey,
Yeah.
if you're into it, pump the brakes because you're going to be really bought in from episode 6, and then they're going to tell you everything that you need to know instead of show you at the very last 2 episodes.
Yeah, because it's like if you care about the detectives and how their dynamic is together and stuff, then you'll enjoy it. It's more
That's
about the detectives than the
That's
case
it.
itself.
But the case there wasn't a real mystery around the case
Mhm.
like
because everything else just turns out to be
like that I mean that's the thing. Like I don't understand. Like there was a mystery. Like we didn't know anything about it, and we
Right.
figured it out. And honestly, you're talking about like there being like a big thing. I think on some level, I kind of like, at least in this case, how it is intentionally more small scale than it was from like the first season. Because like the first season, like there was corruption and like this thing kind of went as high as like a United States senator, when in actuality the only thing that was going on here was that there was some rich lady who was grieving bad, and it's something that just kind of snowballed into a much bigger thing. I kind of like that element about the story, that it's much smaller and intimate than we would have believed it was.
But the problem is, we wait until episode 8 to find out why he was put on a desk. We wait until like all this stuff with the complex storylines are all. The thing is, I don't disagree with you. The story isn't that big. But the problem is they are lighting the fuse to be something bigger. They are painting a picture to be a big reveal. A big, like, oh, no. But the fact of the matter is, there isn't a big, it's basically as simple as a rich woman needed a kid because she lost her child and wanted a daughter and grabbed the daughter. But nothing really, him losing his memory, them breaking apart. They span this for 3 different time periods. You think something's going to be like we spend so little time in the 80s that we have to wait till episode 8 to find out because his wife wrote an article and thing to put on a desk.
So now, do you
That's
think that
crazy?
I feel like that kind of plays into like a bunch of stuff we find out like in this episode. So I don't have a huge problem. I'm not going to fight you too hard on that one, but like,
You don't have a huge
I
problem with any
understand.
of this shit.
Do you think it would have worked better if they did it chronologically, where you did like the first 2 episodes were like the 80s, and like the next 2 episodes are the 90s, and then like the last 2 episodes are like the present day? Versus
No.
that way, you're not setting up the mini mysteries for each timeline
No,
as you're
because I
going
think you
through
just I think they have one. I think they. This is back to season 1. Even they know how loose the story is and how like uneventful. They have to tie it to season 1 to even get you to like to have a grasp it, like tell you this. Oh, by the way, this could be. The thing is, they just know how to hook you in, but they just don't know how to finish. That's just the bottom line of it. They just don't know how to finish. The first one finished really well because you had 2 insane actors with insane chemistry working side by side. But then there was still mystery behind that one where it's like, oh, could it be Cole, could it not?
And that one
I'm
too,
on
you
the
have them like confronting like the guy and like fighting with him and stuff. Where this one, like, okay, yeah,
this one
we
we're
talked to
just
the
at
guy.
we're just at a table talking about what happened, and then the guy goes, I guess take me in. I don't have the authority. Like, okay, nothing happens. Again, this is a nitpick. This is a nitpick, but I'm telling you right now, it's not a bad show. It's
Yeah.
just you feel like you're going like you ever like get on a roller coaster and like you hear the tick 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 and you're feeling like you're about to be dropped, and then all of a sudden that's all it is. I like the breeze, I'm enjoying myself, I'm having fun, but I want to go upside down, and I'm not going to do that on this ride, and I just need to know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's not a great analogy because I feel like the product of this would have been
Wait,
it would have been lesser if I feel like we would have built up to something bigger than it actually was.
this is a perfect point. 2 people on this show tonight watched this season for the first time.
Yeah.
Matt, did you feel the build like this was going to be something bigger than it really was?
I definitely feel like the case was like a little anticlimactic and how it was all closed out at the end of the day. Yeah.
Like I guess the thing is, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you guys that it's not that because I feel like that is purposeful.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's a bad thing though.
No, and again, I think this is the best thing that you could. It's expectations versus reality.
Mhm.
It's what I'm wanting versus what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I set it up in my head for 6 episodes that this is going to be this. I even said it last episode. I think is this going to be like some sex trafficking ring? Do they take these children? Is there some more behind this story? Is there more under this? I was under because this is what it was developing for me. There was something that I hadn't seen. And then when no, it's just as simple as this girl was taken and her life was taken from her basically and given to this mom that really wasn't bad to her. Like, I don't,
I mean,
it was more, as far as we know, we gave her
the
medicine
risk
and
you
stuff.
take with
like,
any
oh,
mystery is that you're gonna
Right.
if you let the audience kind of like build up the stuff in their head over the course of the episodes, and then the ending doesn't meet up what they built up in their head. I mean, you're gonna feel a little disappointed. Like I said, I think that's like this show is more cares about the detectives than the case.
When we get to it, my score will reveal like it's not. I had no problem with the show. I had a really good time with the show. It's just I wanted more. I didn't get more. That's unfortunate. Is it?
Yeah.
We'll say like just that small thing. I think before we move on, that it's maybe kind of revealing a little bit cards here for season 4. One of the big reasons why I do really like this ending, mainly because I feel like it's about as happy an ending I think as True Detective is capable of giving us. In a sense, like we find out everything, and even though like it's a really fucked up story, Julie Purcell like still managed to have a normal life by the end of it, and like it's also
she's
one
not
where
dead.
Yeah.
And she's not hooked on drugs and like lost in her mind. So she just looks normal.
There's also a sliver of a chance that at least the people involved will actually kind of find out the entire story. We don't get it the whole time, but like there's a chance they might, at least with the son. Like the son could figure out like the rest of it and kind of, put the rest of the pieces together.
But I mean, at the end of the day, too, I mean, there's nobody really solve it for other than the two detectives? Because I mean, everyone else involved with it. Well, unless they go and like talk to her, but hopefully they'll just leave her alone. She seems to be doing good.
I
Right now,
don't
they
think
don't need to
she'd
bring
not
all this stuff
remember
up.
really much.
I don't know.
I mean, the most that would happen is like, he finds out and probably just tells Wayne and Roland like that this is who. I mean, because also like you guys said earlier, anybody who cares about this case is dead. Like,
yeah,
like so,
And he's soon to follow.
probably. I mean,
It's truly, yeah.
like
I mean, they're both pretty old.
I feel like if you want to read into like that last scene, that could have been like him just dying at that moment. It's like that's
True.
No, I want there to be like another season where it's just Roland and Wayne living together, like Odd Couple style, and just like arguing over keeping the house clean and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we can move on to Succession.
Oh,
Talk about a couple things here.
we have to. This is so. I'm not ready for this shit.
So we're going to start season 4, episode 1.
I'm trying to pick the color. My bad.
The Munsters. As Kendall, Shiv, and Roman hone their pitch for investors in LA, Logan learns of a rival bid on a long-coveted acquisition.
okay. That was.
So pretty much beginning of the season, we got the 3 kids working together. Logan's still doing his thing. It's Logan's birthday party. Kids being horrible kids, not going to their dad's birthday party.
Facts.
I want to ask you about this, Pat, real quick. That is like it's like his like because we started out with the birthday party and like this is only like so everything like's been happening has only been like a year.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right.
Yeah. The first 3 seasons is pretty much just a year. Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. I mean, a lot of so like he went from having a full family birthday party to then having his son-in-law and Greg, and then all his work buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another year goes by, and
I mean, he got mad at Kendall for showing up to the one in the first season. So, I mean, Kendall's working. I don't see why he's mad at him. The kids are working.
It's the equivalent of like in Breaking Bad when Skyler refuses to break up the bacon for Walt and like
But yeah, I mean, like you said, Greg's there at the party. He brought just some random girl he picked up to come to the party with him. The 3 kids.
You can see clear as day the 3 kids do not mesh super well as a business strategy at all. Why they're trying to like work together. The 100 is their new company that they're trying to launch in like media, which is a horrible name. It's a horrible name.
But also, what is
his dad? His dad clearly would know.
Well, that's why when they see this opportunity come up, they immediately jump on it to where they can possibly outbid their father to buy the Pierce Group. So they're going to pursue that now. All of a sudden, it's kind of like a FU to their dad. Plus, it's kind of like an already brand ready to go. They don't have to start anything new. So I can definitely see why they were interested in that suddenly.
Tom's being a cunt to Shiv, telling her.
I mean, Shiv started.
No.
Shiv's been kind of mean to Tom this whole show.
I don't disagree, but Tom didn't have to stay, and now that Tom stayed, he's flipped the roles. Which at that point, you're just
Tom's got a good job. He's got a good thing going.
You turned on her. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because she sucks. Like, I mean, like
she would have thrown him. She was going to send him to jail.
Okay,
I'm back on team.
So you're anti-Team Logan. You're against Tom and Logan.
I didn't say that. I just think Logan chose incorrectly. Tom calling and saying, "Oh, with a Pierce lady, like, yeah, And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck her in the coat check. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really just don't care. Well, based on our agreement and what we decided on, I just wanted to let you know what's happening. Fuck off, Tom. Like, go fuck yourself.
What? They basically broke up. Like what? Like,
Then why is he calling her?
I mean, they're still together on paper, so
Like, I mean, like, yeah, it could be in the tabloids. I don't want her to find out in the National
But
Enquirer or anything.
Tom does the dumb thing and lets him know about the Pierce, so he goes back to Kendall and goes, "What about that?" And then finds out that Daddy is trying to buy the Pierce group again.
Yeah.
Which leads them to the mission of like, whoa, what if we buy the Pierces before they buy?
Oh yeah, that's crazy. It's like if we put all of our money together. No, but I think we're kind of glossing over the biggest story of this episode here is that Connor is holding strong at kind of 1% of the electoral the polls, but although it is risk, it might drop to lower than that, so we might have to throw $100 million at it to make sure he can stay at 1%.
Give Rand Paul a run for it.
I'm sure he's already probably spent millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars on this campaign.
I do love they call the Pierce trying to take an offer, trying to go to the thing, and then Logan gets his new lady calls the kids. He's like, "Hey, I think you need to call your dad." Oh wait, you have his cock out of your mouth to be able to. Sorry, you couldn't hear you with his cock in your mouth. What are you saying? Oh, sorry, we're about to board a plane. What do you need? It's like I think you need to call your dad. Oh, he asked for us to call? No, I just think he would like to hear from you. Yeah, no.
And then start negotiating about maybe a text message.
Yeah, let's talk about a text message. Well, that's why Logan also has like who does he sit down with at that restaurant?
Oh, that's his bodyguard. What is his bodyguard? Colin. Yeah, that's his body. They kind of ditch his birthday party after Greg kind of annoys him with a couple of things. His girlfriend asked for like a selfie with Logan. And Logan's like, I've had enough of this party. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, can you take me home? Like, why? I think we just need to leave. I asked Logan for a selfie. I think congrats on the sale, and I asked for a selfie. You asked Logan for a selfie? Oh, nice.
He is a billionaire. And like he's essentially telling his bodyguard in that dinner, "Hey, I think you're my best friend."
I mean, hey, they spend pretty much all day together every day.
And the bodyguard is a bit ambivalent about it.
Then we kind of see a negotiation where they're going through the back and forth of the buying of the Pierces. Basically, she's like, sits down with her and she's like, "I'm going to be honest with you. The offer I got is too good. Let's just talk. Like, you want some wine? Blah, blah. I hope I didn't inconvenience you." Where I'm thinking, you mean I boarded a fucking plane from New York to get all the way out here? And now you're telling me I can't? Yeah, it's a little bit of a fucking inconvenience. But they're like, listen, let's just cut the crap. So then they start negotiating. Of course, Logan's like, $6 billion. Don't put a nickel higher. Like, make them work for it. But the highest I'll go is 8, I think. I think they said 7 or 8. And then
she's having a great time just playing them against each other.
Shiv comes through the fucking door and goes, "We'll give you 8. Easy and D. Just done deal 8." They go back out. What about 9, 9, 2? Like maybe time 5. Like maybe get a close. I think we say 10 and we just close the door. Like, motherfucker, they're at 6. Like, I know you don't actively know the thing, but wait until they turn down the 8 and then figure it out. They're like, we'll go to 10. I was like, you're going fucking $2 million higher without even. You're going. That's crazy.
And then they're bidding with money they don't even have yet until the sale with Matson goes through.
I like how Roman is the guy in the group saying, "Yeah, guys, like $500 million is not nothing. It's still $500 million."
It's like, yeah, it's 0.5.
They walk in and say 10, and they're like, "Okay," and then tell them we're no longer Pierce just call Logan and says we're no longer negotiating. While Tom is calling Shiv like, "Oh, what's your number?" Blah blah. Hey, just tell me what number you're at. I'm not telling. We can't tell you that. Well, then fuck off. I'm not talking to you. And since 10, they're not negotiating. So Logan calls the kids and goes, "Congratulations, you fucking morons!
You said the biggest
highest
number.
Congratulations on saying the highest number."
Oh, that's
Like
great.
he just knows, like, and this is a perfect example. This is exactly why Logan did what he did. These fucking idiots. I'm sitting there. I know this evaluation's $7 billion tops. Like I'm not paying more, and they're just said $3 billion. They just jumped to take it because they want. They just don't have that business sense. They just tackle.
Because we've seen them individually not being great at business. So you think maybe if you put all three of them together,
no,
maybe you got
horrible.
one solid brain, but no.
There's that, and they're going at this emotionally.
Yeah, that's
they're
true
not
too.
They're not thinking it through. It's like, no, like just fuck my dad. Like that that is their business sense right now.
And the then lady, she's able to just feed into that and just play them against each other so well. And then
when they come in and say, "Hey, she goes, thank you so much. We'll think about it." And knowing that Logan's at 6, she's like, "Okay." And then comes in, "I just want to end this. Done deal. 10 bill." What? Then we get a really good scene. We do get a really good scene. Shiv and Tom at the end. Shiv comes home to grab some stuff, and they like kind of have a conversation. Be like, "Yeah, like I think it just didn't work. Like it just, we picked the wrong people. Like all the stuff. Like it was a good emotional scene, but like clearly not unfinished business is there. Like you just see it. But, like there's no two people that should never have gotten married in their entire
It's the
lives.
closest thing they have to like a human conversation with each other like in the show so far.
It's so weird. But yeah, that that's the main crux of it. Like the main thing is the negotiations and stuff.
Greg, I guess, fingers that girl in one of Logan's rooms, and Tom makes him go tell Logan about it.
Oh. Like, hey, why don't one of us smell Greg's fingers?
Who wants to smell Greg's finger? Oh, Tom,
I want to play games.
Tom and Greg is great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Good episode.
Yeah,
Nothing heavy comes up later, so we will have plenty of stuff.
Oh yeah. All right, so I guess we can move on to episode 2, rehearsal. While Kendall, Shiv, and Roman consider an aggressive play on the Matsson deal, Connor tries to make the most of his rehearsal dinner. So yeah, I mean, this episode we find out Shiv is having difficulty trying to get a divorce attorney because apparently Tom has gone around and talked to all the divorce attorneys at Logan's suggestion.
Yeah, I remember the
find out that Logan would have gave her the same advice if she would have talked to him, but
yeah, but you weren't here, so I just had to. But yeah, and then the board meeting is coming up. Like that's the big thing about the board meeting, and the other family is inclined to vote no at the board meeting of the sale.
Yeah, I think they're thinking that maybe there's some more money to be had, that Matsson's deal isn't quite as high as it should be. So their kids are like, hey, maybe we need to kind of renegotiate a little bit. Whereas Logan's like, the deal's where the deal is. Let's just push this through and be done with it. So
was that something that Shiv was kind of pushing them towards, like at the beginning of the episode?
I think they were kind of. I think were they already at the beginning. Yeah, I think they were kind of talking about that, and then kind of Kendall eventually has a talk with Matsson, who Matsson is pretty much like, if you guys push this, I'm just going to walk. And I guess Kendall either is trying to just sabotage it, or he's just looking at that as a challenge, or he thinks that like, okay, you're just saying that, but we can still get more out of you. So yeah, they keep pushing with that whole thing. I think probably one of my favorite parts of this episode is Logan is going to go visit the ATN and kind of see how everyone's doing at work. And
He's
Greg,
walking around and talks about, we're gonna build it here inside. I don't want to be with anybody but you guys. Like screams like this raw, because it ends last episode of him watching ATN and just like, what the fuck it
Yeah.
like he wasn't happy with the current product that he was
Yeah.
seeing, basically.
Because I mean, the deal that they're going to do is where he's pretty much going to still keep control of ATN, and then Matsson's pretty much going to run everything else. So that's why I think he's kind of suddenly taking like a major interest in there. That's kind of his baby. I love Greg's line is like, it's like if Jaws, but if everyone in Jaws worked for Jaws.
Yeah. And then well, we get the basically what's happening is the rehearsal is like Connor's wedding is on the horizon, and they're all
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the family's going to be together at some point. Then
yeah.
they all know it's going to happen. But yeah, they're wanting Matsson to get more, to raise the offer, and that's what they're
Mhm.
basically meeting with everybody. Kendall meets with like that guy that's heavily invested in the company, and they meet with the other
Stewie,
family group,
yeah.
and just said, "Hey, like we need to make sure we're lockstep on this." And Logan kind of senses it happening,
Hmm.
so Logan wants to have a meeting with the kids.
And they're doing this all during like Connor's bachelor party sort of thing, where he's
Mhm.
like, I've seen people do karaoke. It seems like something I'd like to try out. Human people, the poor people, they do karaoke. Let's give that
He's
a
such
go.
an alien. He's such an alien.
I
And
feel like the next thing he was going to suggest was heading over to Times Square. I think that's what other fellow New Yorkers like to do.
we could go to that Empire State Building or something.
I hear great things about Central Park.
Let's try to catch Wicked on Broadway. Also.
I hear that's what the cool kids are doing nowadays. And then they sit down and like it's the classic Logan, just like, I'm not, if you want to, I don't give sorries. Like, I don't know. Well, you could try, you could start. Sorry. That's it. Nice. But he's like, we sell this, you run Pierce, like we work together, like make it all still the thing. It's like, oh, so Shiv's like, so we just act like the last 72 hours just didn't happen. Like that's what we're like thinking. She's like, well, like he just doesn't like he's like, you guys are fucking what did he say? He says that
Oh, he does this. Oh, I love this line. He's like, I love you, but you are not serious people.
yeah.
Which sums up these kids so perfectly.
They're just not. Like he's like, listen. The only way you're going to be able to buy the Pierce company is from the company that I'm selling and gave you shares from. So at the end of the day, this is the deal. And he's like, well, I think you need to make Madsen raise his offer. Why? Well, to build up our pile, like you told us to build. And he's like, you're not serious people, like at all. Like,
I mean, Logan's only been doing this for like 50 years. So,
exactly. Like,
or probably 30 or 40 years at this point. I don't know how old he just turned. What, 50 at the 60? I don't know how old he is, but yeah, he's been doing it for a while.
and he meets with Roman later about running like an op for him. He's like, I need you, Romulus. Like, I need you in this thing. You're not fucking me over, are you? And he kind of gets him to like commit with him a little bit more.
Yeah,
at
he
the end
knows
of the day,
Roman's
but
kind of the weak link, and he might be able to kind of peel him off.
fucking full.
He still can't say no to him. Like it's crazy, even after everything.
And Roman's pretty much this whole episode the only one that's kind of like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I think like Matsson could walk away, and then if Matsson walks away, we're all screwed.
Which he's the one who they honestly should listen to. Like he at least knows the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the
he's been through all this stuff.
And
like I
Connor
said,
kind of has
Kendall
like,
pretty much gets told. Matsson pretty much tells Kendall. That's why I think like maybe I see Kendall as like really like a self-sabotage character, where I
like,
could see him just trying to blow it up just to fuck his dad.
Kendall has something else going under. Like I don't even know if he has a other plan, but it definitely does not involve having the deal go through smoothly. He definitely just kind of wants to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a
both
disruptor.
him and Shiv kind of have that. Like
Oh, yeah.
Shiv, like is completely fine with the chaos as well.
And it's like you said, they're doing it more from an emotional point, whereas Logan is he's pretty much doing it as business. He has the emotion out of it. Well, a little bit.
He's definitely still emotional about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit more in check.
Yeah.
Because like his emotional side is like, I want to do this as the guy still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he's smart enough to pull that off without it like hurting him.
Yeah.
And the kids aren't, unfortunately.
I think the other like little side story in this episode is Logan's assistant Carrie. She wants to work with the news anchors, so she has an audition tape that's going around, and Logan pretty much tells people like, "Oh, I don't want to be involved. You look at it and do what you think is best." And everyone pretty much agrees that she's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like how he pushes Tom. There's like, so, but like, if you were to maybe rethink this, like, what would you like say? Like, she's good. That's that's certainly an opinion.
So Logan's pretty much, tell her no, but not from me. And poor Greg has to be the one to deliver the bad news to her. Oh. Yeah, it's a really solid episode. Like I said, I mean the karaoke scene with all of them together for I don't want to spoil anything, but possibly one of the last times they'll all be together.
And Connor has a moment too. Was when he leaves. It was like, it's all right. I've wanted love my entire life. I don't have it. Like it's kind of my superpower. Like I'm used to like not like because everyone was like, Connor, you're fine. Like don't worry. Like no. Like I've wanted to be noticed my entire life. It just never happened. So like.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, the three kids, they just want their dad to like respect them and love them and give them like the attaboy, I'm proud of you. And Connor is like, yeah, I know that's not going to happen. I don't need that. You guys are
no.
thinking you're going to get that.
No. Connor wants that. The three children they only want their dad for their money.
No.
They definitely. They are.
As we're going to discuss when we get to episode 4, Kendall just wants his dad to be like, you're the one. I'm proud of you.
Sure, but they have a terrible time of also showing that.
Yeah. I didn't say they're good at it.
No, like, which
but deep down they all want that.
I made this point several times. Like all of them want is like the approval and the respect of their dad, and they're going about it the way that they learned it from their dad. Which is
every
by doing
time their dad
things.
asks them to do something, they put on boxing gloves and start hitting him instead of agreeing to go with him.
Well, he's not going to respect you if you just go along with everything he tells you to do.
Like we've had this already. Like
this is going to be an ongoing.
You're both wrong. All right. Nothing big could happen in Connor's wedding, right?
Well, I mean, a wedding is going to happen. That's going to be the biggest thing, I'm sure. Connor's wedding. While Logan doles out an unsavory task ahead of his trip to meet Mattson, Connor fixates on his wedding, pretty much. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So if anything else that's said in that phrase.
What is up with HBO and their wedding episodes, man? Like nothing ever goes smoothly when a wedding happens.
Well, one I think you can blame one is on the author. On this one, I think you can just blame the show writers. Romulus is decided that he needs.
He's kind of working with his dad again a little bit.
Yeah, they're leaving to go meet with Mattson, and it's okay with him missing the wedding at this point. Like he just might not be there, but Logan's got to get something done over there, and he wants to go with Tom, Frank, other people. He doesn't want Jerry there, and he's getting tired of Jerry. He doesn't trust Jerry. He wants Roman to fire Jerry for him, and of course Roman agrees to do the task, even though he doesn't want to.
I'm sure that there's no reason why Logan specifically wants Roman to fire her.
Correct.
Oh.
And so then the plane takes off. They go there. Roman has to Wedding's happening.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
a boat, so everyone's going on a little boat wedding trip.
What a
They said-
horrible, fucking terrible idea of a place.
What, you don't
Yeah,
like having a
you
wedding on a
couldn't
boat?
fucking catch me if it was my daughter's wedding to get on a boat that I don't have the permission to turn the bitch around and go down. If you think I'm on an unlimited, just riding around dealing with everybody for unlimited time, you don't know me. No wonder Logan didn't get on that fucking boat. I wouldn't either. But we're just gonna go. What do you mean we're just gonna fucking go? If you're partying till 1 a.m., am I just gonna be on the boat? I would lose it. That is like outside wedding in a hot state. Number one, like worst wedding destination ever. I'd rather just die than go there. Second, on a boat. I just discovered this existed over it. I would turn that bitch into Captain Phillips. I'm the captain now. I'm driving it to land. But yeah, ends up going there. Connor and them all having a hunky dory, just wedding planning. He's schmoozing his new mother-in-law. Basically,
Oh yeah.
they're all having fun. Jerry arrives, and
Oh yeah.
Roman has to break the news.
Slightly
Are we talking
uncomfortable conversation.
Are we talking like 30, like somewhere? What is this? Like, what is this? You fire? Oh, because of all the dicks, like all the the vaginas. Like, you want to say something else? Does not go well.
Yeah. And then
It doesn't go so well that Roman leaves a
voicemail about it. Yeah.
hey, you fuckity, like, you asshole, like, why'd you make me do that shit? Blah blah. I want to touch on everything that happens then.
Yeah, as we see, like everyone's pretty much there. Shiv and Kendall, they're all there on the boat and everything. Shiv keeps getting phone calls from Tom, but she's mad at Tom, so she doesn't answer the phone when he's calling. So eventually, eventually Tom calls. Was it Roman or Kendall? One of the guys.
Who was the other? Who was the other guy that like Logan wanted to fire? Because he wanted to fire Jerry and he wanted to fire somebody else. Was it Sid?
Yeah, Sid, the head of the ATN stuff, because he was already mad with how that show's going and stuff, the network. So yeah, he's gonna give it to her. Yeah, so pretty much those two, I think, was it. Yeah. So good news for Tom. I guess he would move up, but yeah. So yeah, like I said, the Tom calls. He tells Kendall that Roman, where he calls Roman, he tells him like, "Hey, Logan is very sick. I guess he collapsed on the plane, and they are doing chest compressions on him." So Roman and Kendall kind of freak out a little bit. Tom's like, "Hey, I'm going to put the phone to his ear if you have anything you want to say. That'd be a good time."
What a rough, just because there's not much to talk about, like, episode wise. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically, this is the crux of it, but it's arguably the best acting performances in this show up to this point. Like, I don't know who plays Shiv, but like her when she gets called in,
Yeah, because
and
they're
like,
talking to Logan for like a few minutes before they're like, "Oh, like we need to go get Shiv," because Tom's like, "Maybe you guys need to get Shiv was there with you guys," so they have to go get her and bring her in. And by the time she gets there, they're saying, "Oh, we're not even sure if he's alive anymore."
it's been like I just don't know how actors get to that space.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they're like real, like her voice as she's talking to him is like, it sounds like the most panicked daughter that you've ever heard. Like, it's just can't explain it. Like, they know that this is it. Like, this is the last things we said to him. Like, we fought this and this, and then he's gone. Like, how does everything work? I mean, it's the title of the show. Like, Succession is the like name of it, but now it's like at the doorsteps and like, how does this all work?
Yeah.
And they're like talking to him, and Tom's like patiently trying to like talk through everything. And they're like, "Well, what happened? Like, did he break down the door? Is he breathing? Why are you working on him if he's breathing like this thing?" Kendall's getting on the phone to like talk to authorities, like, they're my doctor, his doctor, plain medicine, like everything you can
Oh, yeah.
possibly get to, like,
And
figure
Roman's
something out.
worried that he heard his voicemail in the bathroom, and maybe that's what made him collapse and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, they're all just going through. I mean, I can't even imagine, like, you guys are battling with your father over all this stuff, then all of a sudden this happens. You got to like, oh, I can't even imagine what they're going through in their heads.
They tell Connor, and Connor just was like, "But is he dead?"
Which by the time they get to Connor, like he's
Yeah. Connor's like almost
it's
an
done.
afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is passed.
Yeah.
There's just no like because Kendall tries to calls Frank, and Frank wants him to go like talk to the plane.
Yeah,
It's like, you
put me
can't.
on with the pilots. So it was like, I think
It's
they're
like, they
kind of
can't.
busy flying the plane.
They're flying. He's like, "Is he gone?" And he's like, "I don't know. Like, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't."
And that goes back to like the 7th episode of the show where Kendall and the kids try to take over with like Logan in the hospital and stuff, trying to kind of take over everything, make sure he's getting all the best care possible and all that stuff. So I mean that's how they react. They just try to throw money at any problem that they run into, and think that that's going to solve everything. Oh.
I will say the thing that got me about this. I don't know. I feel like Cody did a decent job. I think just stay away from spoilers. Like I didn't know a whole ton about the show. I did know at some point Logan dies.
Yeah.
Like I knew that. I was not expecting it to be at the beginning of the season. The fact that it's episode 3 is kind of crazy. Like I was not prepared for. Honestly, the entire time I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna get him out in there, and then we're going through like 15 minutes of Tom, like they're doing chest compressions, like, oh, he's fucking dead, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
Like unless fucking Kevin shows up and he's able to like get him to the get him back from the other end, like Logan's not coming back.
Oh
Yeah, I was waiting for Logan to wake up in a tub. No, that's the weird thing. I get so I looked in this because I was confused because when I was watching Game of Thrones, the next day, if you were on anything, told you everything. Like, spoilers were rampant. Like, you couldn't move on the internet without spoilers. And I looked back. So this season came out in 2023.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything for this show at all. And I'm in this community too, which is really shocking that just never was even talked to me about. I assumed when the show started that Logan wouldn't make it. Like, I just assumed that was the line of where we were going to go. I just didn't know how it was going to go and when it was going to happen. And to Momos, it feels like anticlimactic how he did it, like away from everybody, but it's almost the most Logan Roy thing to do, like be isolated basically and no one in.
And I love it too because that's real life. Because I mean, people just die.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't him sparring in a fucking thing or getting bit by a shark or somebody shot him. No, it's just the fact of the matter. His heart stopped and he died on a plane away from everybody else, surrounded by no one that truly loved him.
Like, maybe he really should have retired a year ago and lived a less stressful life.
Man, the
closest family member he had on that plane was Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. The walk on that fucking with Adrian Brody, that would have killed anybody, but that definitely took at least 3 months off his life.
Oh yeah. I remember watching this live and I mean, it's the 3rd episode. And you're like, oh shit, they're doing this the 3rd episode. And I love how they do it too, because I mean, Tom's calling is like, yeah, he's pretty much dying. So
and it's something that we don't see because if we have a loved one that dies, like we
Yeah.
have to, like, it depends where you are in the chain,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're not like next to kin, like you just go visit a wake and a funeral and move on. But if you're connected to it, like you have to set up the situations and like close out different things for the person and go through all that process for them. This is just weird in that aspect. Like this is a pet of a business. And now we have to see how they're talking about press releases and keeping it close to the vest and who's taking this role and is the deal still going through with Madsen and who has this, like, and the kids just don't even have time to grieve.
Yeah.
Like I think that's one of the most important things that this show like really shows. Like when somebody's at the top, you don't get a moment. You just have, because it's business. Business has to keep spinning. You just, because the death affects stock prices and
Oh yeah,
how
the
does the
stock takes
next
a
move.
dive. Yeah.
Like the moment, I think like they talked about like maybe having the plane circle for a bit, and like Kendall kind of shuts that down like immediately. It's like we
Mhm.
can't do that, and honestly, like they can't leave this room.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
because he
like,
says what we do today will always be what we did the day our father died. So it's going to be documented
Great line.
everywhere. Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah.
Like it,
Because
I
then
kind
they,
of like honestly, I kind of liked how the business war started basically immediately
Oh yeah.
after Logan died, because pretty much everybody on that plane got together, started to try to make moves to maybe kind of start the process of pushing out the kids, and like the kids kind of realized immediately this is step one for us to like not being a part of the company anymore. We kind of have to be on the same page from here on out.
Because I mean, like, if this would have happened the first season, I mean, obviously, like, okay, well, it's gonna go to one of the kids. But right now, like, the kids are on the outs with Logan, so they don't really have the strongest of footing. So that's what lets Frank and like Carl think like, hey, maybe if we move quick enough, we can if we control the narrative, who knows what'll happen.
and they see the like they have to get out and do a press conference basically, and Shiv has to answer. Like they try to ask questions, and Shiv's just not having anything. And then they see the body come off the plane and everything. It's just like this whole like surreal moment.
Like
Yeah, it's crazy.
at the end, like Roman pulls up the stock prices, like, oh look, there's Dad. Like that big old line.
Yeah. His life's summed up right here as the stock plummets. Oh, yeah.
And
No,
I think there is something like that's true. Like Connor, Connor has kind of a real moment with his wife or future about to be wife. It's
yeah.
like I don't I don't think we can do this. And she's like, I don't think so either. And he's like, well, I'm afraid, like, if I say no to that, like, that you won't be here, like, you'll run, like, the money. And she's like, kind of sheds the skin on who she is because it's like the money and everything. Yeah, it's secure, but I'm having fun. Like, I enjoy this. Like, I'm comfortable with this. I think we do, and I won't run. Like, I won't. And then they end up having like a ceremony with
Like,
nobody
let's make
there.
something good out of the day. Yeah, but the other kids are already gone. So
Yeah, everyone's gone, and like it's just a surreal like episode because like you knew it was coming, but like it's still like this is how such a show is. It's like it pulls you fully in and like keeps you like I don't know. Like I ran to like Google to see if like Brian Cox is actually dead, like if he died or something because I don't remember it, but he didn't. So thank God. But yeah, I think it's a brilliant episode. I think it's an absolute brilliant episode because it doesn't try too hard to be emotional. It just is emotional. And like I think that's like such a level of writing and like directing and like how you do it because he could have died a million different ways. This is like an everyday and every way, like normalcy of how somebody would die, and like
Mhm.
how the business has to spin still.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
just like
It,
how death in the business world is not the same as death in the normal world, and it's crazy how you have to look at it. I
Yeah,
think it's
and
I
how
brilliant.
mean,
it affects like the
it.
kids differently and everything. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like as close to It's kind of as close to like real life Game of Thrones will get. Is like
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
kind of like it kind of matched a lot of like whenever like a king dies or whatever. Like there's all these immediate moving parts. Like there's already like nobody has like really a chance to just kind of
Kind of
stop.
grief. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's just great. Like I don't know. You're only with these characters for a max of like there's only 38 episodes in this entire season, but for it to carry that emotional weight at that moment. Because when it happened, I was like, oh, what? Like the funny thing is I thought it was a fucking prank.
Hmm.
When Tom called, I thought they were just fucking with him. I was waiting to see because they didn't show Logan. They refused,
Yeah.
like they didn't show Logan getting worked on for a while while Tom was on the phone.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see him and you're like, holy shit, this isn't a prank. Like I thought Logan's fucking with him, like just say,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
I'm dying" or something. Like it's something Logan would fucking do, and no, it was fucking real. So like it was like a shell shock.
Yeah, it's brilliant the way they did it because like a lesser show would have shown him in like the bathroom collapsing and then
Right.
the anarchy starting on the plane as everything goes into
And
crisis mode and
everybody was
stuff.
so calm on the plane because they just knew that it was over.
Hmm.
Like,
Oh
Like
yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it was real until I saw the body bag come out of the plane. Like
Mm.
like this
right.
like he's definitely gone. Like he's not coming back.
It's up there. It's one of the best TV episodes I've ever seen.
Mhm.
And it's so simplistic.
Yeah, because I mean,
There's
other than
not
him dying, not really a whole lot happens, but just seeing how it affects everyone and kind of how they have to react to it and everything is just some of the best acting of the show and everything. Yeah.
they're so good.
Hmm.
Okay, let's close it out.
All right, so let's go to episode 4, Honeymoon States. As the Waystar team discusses a pivotal recommendation to the board, Roman, Kendall, and Shiv navigate a misstep with Matson. Yeah, so this episode is really where you get to the kind of the succession of it all, where the kids are kind of trying to fight. Of course, granted, they're just kind of they're not even like a permanent thing. They're just trying to they need to put somebody in charge now to get this deal going through with Matson to kind of shepherd everything and make sure everything works out. And of course, everyone wants the job. you got Carl and Frank and Jerry and all of them arguing for why it should be them, and of course the kids all think it should be them. So that's kind of like the
And they're
real crux of this episode.
and they're going through like all the success of like the house and like what's going on through there, and like
Hmm.
his ex-wife is showing up at this point. Like there's just so many moving parts. They found stuff that's written on a piece of paper that has
Oh,
like
that piece of paper.
that what does this mean? Who is it? Oh, he wanted Kendall to do it all after all. Greg has a question mark next to it.
And
And they're
I
like,
think that
oh,
piece of paper really talks to what Mark and I are talking about, where when Kendall sees that piece of paper that his father wanted him to run the company, that like flips a switch in Kendall. That
I don't know
just
how
gets
old
him
that
going.
paper is. I don't know how old that paper is. I don't
And
buy
then of
that shit
course
at all.
the other kids are like, well, there's a line. I don't. It's hard to tell. Did he underline it or did he cross through your name? And of course, Kendall tells him, "Well, it sure as fuck isn't your name."
His first shit
And
doesn't say
then
shit.
and then it's like Greg has a question mark. He's like, oh, he's just trying to remember your name. Calm down. He didn't want to even be in the room with you,
Yeah,
Greg.
Greg. He's not going to leave it to you.
Like, I
I don't
mean,
know. There might be more behind that question mark than you know.
love also before they have that meeting, like it was like a what's his name, Frank, and like that other guy's like so like
Yeah.
they're telling Jerry, listen, we were talking like, what if like this just kind of fell in the toilet, like
Yeah.
what if something
Hypothetically,
just happened to
we
this
were kind of
document?
joking about it. It was like, oh
And
yeah,
like
that is a funny joke.
Jerry, the COO, Tom are all in a room like having a conversation about it, and like Jerry's like trying to convince like it should be me, and then the CEO's like, yeah, well, I worked with him, blah blah. I was side by side with him for 20 years. Like it's just basically he's dead. The body's not even cold yet, and everybody's just like trying to chop off a half. Like it's crazy.
And at least Roman knows that he wanted to fire Jerry, but I don't think that was made official yet. So, oh man.
Connor ends up buying the house, the apartment or whatever that they were in.
Oh yeah, he's talking. If you ever think about selling this place, you're like, well, I'm looking between 60 and 70 million. Oh, okay.
like at the beginning, like who shows up? Is it Kendall who shows up at the beginning? And like he talks to Marcia and is like, oh yeah, I was talking to him every afternoon. It's like,
yeah,
you get a load of this. So like,
where like the first episode of the season, they're like, oh yeah, she's permanently shopping in Milan, while Logan's with the other girl.
Such a great moment. Seeing now that I'm back on Team Shiv. Shiv walks down the stairs and Tom's sitting there, and Tom is like, "Hey, Shiv." It's like, "Oh, what? Pick the dead body. Like, pick the wrong side. Like, isn't that funny? You're just hoping you all survive after this." Like, basically, just jokes him. I loved it. Loved every bit of it.
Oh, and poor Tom, like the scene where he's
No,
like,
fuck Tom. Fuck
what about
Tom.
me? And then like Carl like goes off on the speech, just like tearing down Tom. I don't know why it couldn't be
I
him and
was
stuff.
Team Tom. Tom tried to become the Joker as well. Now you're playing your own game. Now you're in your. That's not who you are. You wanted to play
Tom went with who he's seen win like this whole show.
That's fine. He has to live with it now.
Said that she doesn't really love him.
He has to live with it now.
Tom
if it wasn't for Shiv, he wouldn't even be in the position. Similar to everybody else in this show. If it wasn't for somebody else, they wouldn't have any fucking thing in this show.
Yeah. Tom made his move. Now he has to live with
it. You're just suckers.
I mean, she just sucks. Like, I think you're
you
probably
suck.
right, but
you suck.
Shiv sucks. Like, she's not.
You suck.
Everything about her just bothers me at this point.
Oh, and also
how
at
you
the
feel about
beginning of
women
this
in
episode, they kind of teased that like maybe she's pregnant or something like that. Was that her with like a pregnancy test at the beginning of the episode? So
we know how you treat women in the show on these shows, Mark. You don't like them.
I mean,
you're the Don Draper of TV Chronicles.
I feel like if anybody has actually earned the reputation, it is Shiv, because Shiv is. Of anybody that's most like the dad, it is Shiv. She is 100% her father's daughter.
She just doesn't have the experience to back it up.
I won't disagree with you on that one. I will agree that she is the most Logan. Right? Shocking. You kick out Logan. Now I have to find a new Logan. Shiv, come on down. At least I'm loyal, you know? Want to talk about an awkward scene?
Yeah, what do we got?
Are we talking about when Carrie shows up to the house? Like, I just need to go upstairs and get a few of my things.
Nah, I don't want her upstairs. Okay,
I have all the box. Like I got it. I got it. I got it by the elevator. You can take it with you.
And then like Kendall, is it Kendall or Roman?
Roman,
Kendall.
yeah. Roman comes up to her and is like, helps her like put the stuff, and she's like, Logan was gonna leave her. Did talk to his lawyer. He's probably got paperwork and stuff.
Yeah, like I think this is featuring me. Like he was wanting to take this to the next level. Like he wanted to me more. He wanted like okay, just take your shit and get out. Like
yeah, that's nice.
We tried to warn you. It didn't work. Then basically Kendall is trying to put himself in line with taking the company.
Yeah, he sees that paper and all of a sudden he's like, oh, it should be me. I should do this. Yeah.
Game on.
Shiv disagrees.
Yeah, she didn't. She doesn't see what
I think that the three siblings, they talk about it, and kind of what at least Kendall and Roman say, like, hey, it should be the both of us. We'll do it. It doesn't work with three, so Shiv, you might just have to sit this out. But behind the scenes, we're all working together.
Like
But
she's been told that before. Man, who did she hear that from? Oh God.
She's so stupid.
Yeah.
She's
It'll be
stupid.
Well, she already knows this. She knows what's going on. She's not happy about it.
But she has no choice. Like the two are going to
Yeah.
go, and so she has to back it, or she has to force herself. She'll be forced out. So in this way, she's just going to shake and grow with it.
Yeah,
Even though
all they need to do is pretty much just shepherd this deal with Mattson to go through, and then they're pretty much bought out, and they're going to go off, and the three of them are going to do their own thing. That's still the plan, right, guys? Right.
No problem. But yeah, they agree. They move forward as that is the moving, and they tell the board of how it's going to look, and
board votes it through. Everyone's okay with that. So so we get Kendall and
we have
Roman
a succession plan.
Like how the guy who person that kind of convinces the main three is Stewie. Stewie actually comes in to help out Kendall and in this spot.
And then at one point, Mattson, they talk to Mattson on the phone, or not Mattson, but Mattson's people or something. They're like, yeah, we got our big meeting over here in Sweden or wherever it is. Like, you guys should come out here for that. It's like, our dad just died. We're like, you should come out. Yeah, come on out.
Listen to Bjork and all those other guys snicker in the background. Tell them the refrigerator's running so they can go catch it.
Yeah. So that's why it's important that they made this whole transition so that they can go and close out this deal. So, yeah.
We got that moment where I forget the guy's name, but he's like their media strategist or whatever.
Oh, Hugo. Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, we can.
Hey, like I have a small problem.
we can paint it well, or we can make it maybe say your dad was losing it and you guys were kind of taking it the whole time.
And he revealed to Kendall earlier in the episode that he had a problem where he may have let slip to his daughter that Logan died, and she may have sold a whole bunch of the stock before the news went public. So that might be bad. So Kendall keeps that in his back pocket. So Hugo's pretty much Team Kendall too, as Kendall's probably gonna look out for him.
Kendall after that is like, all right, well, that's valuable information. Thank you for telling me that. I'm gonna go walk away now.
It's like I'm sure that'll work out for you. Oh,
yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about Kendall, because I love the ending of this episode where he goes over to him. He's like, listen, so my dad would have done. Start rolling it out there. He's like, oh, but I want.
Oh yeah.
I want confirmation for him, but he's like, no, you don't. Yeah, you don't need any confirmation. Just do it. Like he just kind of has like that kind of killer instinct that like Logan always wanted to see from Kendall, and like we get it in this moment.
And that goes all the way back to the second episode where Kendall did like the same thing when Logan was in the hospital, and he's like leaking stuff to the press anonymously. So yeah, so Kendall's back in that headspace where he's gonna do stuff now. So
okay,
yeah.
So bad guy of the week, which I think might be tougher than
this
it's
is
ever
a
been.
tough week. The only person that I like really kind of would say is Kevin Sr. from Leftovers, where he's going around Australia like stealing stuff from the tribes out there. He kills the guy practically, and he's upset that he's no longer the main character of this apocalyptic story. He burns Matt's book and all that stuff. So it's because it's like the first week that we don't really have like a true bad guy from Succession. I feel Mark might disagree with that, but
I mean, I just find Shiv annoying at this point. I don't know if she's loving the bad guy.
Her dad just
She's
died.
a woman.
We can give her a break this week and see how she acts next week.
Her dad died. Have some decency, my God.
I mean,
I'll go with Kevin Sr. That's fine.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying we sat through 3 seasons of her being like the shittiest wife in the world, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, she's not that bad. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not. That's Cody. I'm not saying she's not that bad. I'm just saying she's not bad guy of the week.
I think she's just misunderstood.
All right. I
Um,
mean, I would have thrown out Wayne, but I wasn't gonna win that fight, so it's fine.
who?
Wayne, like that, I wasn't winning that fight.
Why would you put Wayne?
He talked to Roland into
Oh,
killing
yeah,
the guy. Like, come on.
How do you try to
Oh,
solve the
yeah.
case? he did it with good
The guy
intent.
took the guy's gun. What did you want?
And then also proceeded to not tell his wife about any of it, even though he
That's
said
smart.
he would.
Hey, we learn from The Wire. There's some things about that job you can't tell a spouse.
That's a smart husband. That's a smart husband. Not everything needs to be known. Like, my wife doesn't need to know how many college football games are on tomorrow. There just are college football games on tomorrow. So that works.
Hey,
Okay.
more now. ESPN.
All right, let me see here.
Fuck
Kill
yeah.
count.
We're back, baby.
We finished True Detective season 4. We are up to 85 kills in True Detective. So they're keeping the killing business going.
All right. Season ranks. Mark,
Okay.
what's your score?
Went back and forth in this one. I don't think I really like the season, especially on rewatch. Think this one just kind of really hits. It's anchored by a lot of strong performances. I really like the mystery of it. Very much a return to form for the show.
Oh,
I
wait.
think
You should not be going first. You should not be going first at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that might influence
So,
the votes.
peek behind the curtain. I put all the other seasons in the ranker already. I was staring at Succession season 4, and Logan died. So my head was like, "Oh, so it's not the end of the season at all." So pause. True Detective, Matt.
Now, this is a trick. I'm kind of right in the middle between a 3.5 and a 4 because I really love the characters. I love Wayne and Roland. I think it's definitely a bounce back season for them. Like I said, the ending I feel is a good ending for them. Maybe not a good ending for the viewer necessarily. But I was season 2 hurt me so bad that I'm going to be nice and I'm going to give it a 4.
Do you know what I gave True Detective season 1?
You gave it a 4.5.
Okay, so where does Diet Coke True Detective season 1 go? They did add an African American guy, so they're at least culturally relevant there. I'm at a 4. I think I'm solidly at a 4. It didn't live up to where I was thinking. I was between a 3.5 and a 4. I just don't think it can get any higher than that for me. It's just the fruit wasn't worth the squeeze. Just how it worked out. But I like the characters that we just saw and dealt with. I just think the overall,
a 4 is still a solid score.
the mystery did not need 40 plus years to travel through. Just really didn't need 40 years. Just didn't. And we waited until he had memory loss to find out that he needed to hunt this shit down.
Just wait to season 10 where we're doing Cold Case.
Fuck yeah. The first 48. Mark disagrees heavily with us.
I don't think he disagreed that heavily. I mean, he's not going to give it
I mean,
a
we gave it 4. We didn't say it's 2.5 and it's garbage. But he's over there rolling his eyes. That might just be the dark liquor finally hitting a little too hard. But, like, if you're feeling feisty, buddy, come and jump.
Just felt like we said a lot of negative stuff, and we still ended up at a 4. So it's like, what the hell?
Well, we were just having discussion.
I think, like, a Diet Coke version of season 1 is still a fucking good drink.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't necessarily love how the first season ended the mystery either, but we went along with it.
We just found that's the True Detective way.
Yeah.
It's weird because this is going to sound silly as fuck. Because points I still say is true. I think this show works better as an overall narrative. I don't think it has like super explosive like standalone episodes. I think like kind of season 1 had, which is why I'm also at a 4. So I think we're
Okay,
a little bit-
if you would have been 5, I just fell out of this game.
I was flirting between a 4.5 and a 4. I think I'll go with a 4. It's a
We are
very,
in
it's a very
locked.
strong return to form. Yeah.
So
See,
the
Cody
only
and I
question
were
that
between 3.5 and a 4, and you were between a 4 and a 4.5.
Yeah.
So I think that sounds about right.
the only question that we have is this season better than Succession season 1? No.
No.
Okay.
Is that the only one it's up against?
Yes.
Yeah.
Leftovers 1 is at a 3.75, and Succession season 2 is at a 4.25.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because you guys gave it a 4.5. That's right. Okay.
What did we give a 4.5?
Succession season 2.
Wow, fucking brilliant.
I think
Okay.
either one of you get 4.5, and I think I was like a 4 or something. So like,
Yeah, you were 4, and then we were both 4.5s.
So that one stays out of the top 5. It's right at number 6. But I will say it is 2.25 better than Succession than True Detective season 2. So that's
No,
impressive
it's
work.
We'll
Even looking
see
back
if
at that,
we'll see what happens
looking
in
at that
season
1
4.
point, looking back at that 1.75, I'm thinking we might have been too generous.
Well, I
but that's
was
just
the
me.
one too generous. I gave it a 2, while the rest of you guys gave
You
it a
did.
1.5.
We would have been at a 1.5. It should
I was
have
like,
been at a
Colin
1.5.
Farrell tried really hard. I'm gonna give him a 2.
honestly, that
Rachel
1.5
McAdams
feels
is
really high
love,
at this
guys.
moment.
All right. Well, that is the episode. Again, what we announced is we will be doing Game of Thrones Justified and Americans following this season into the new year. Can't wait to it. We have 2 more episodes left.
And for
Then,
those watching along, next week we're doing 3 Successions, 3 True Detective, and 2 Leftovers.
yeah, 2 leftovers the next 2 times. 3, and 3, 4 maybe.
No, I think it's 3-3.
It's just
Yeah, it's
3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're gonna
and
knock
1, 2,
out
3.
season 4 of True Detective in 2 weeks, so that should be fun.
Yeah, should be fun. Hopefully, we had fun with it. We'll see. But we will catch you next time. Bye bye.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.